Joins me now. Okay, I really want to give people information they can use immediately. So we're going to do that in the simplest way. Most people are not getting good sleep. That's number one. Then remembering things, if it's tied to that good sleep, how do we get better rest?
Well, there's a lot of recipes for good sleep hygiene. For example, waking up and going to sleep at the same time every day is useful. Not having caffeine or alcohol too close to bedtime, those sorts of things are all helpful for getting good sleep. And really, we just need to value our sleep. We need to think about how important our sleep is and put some effort into making it good sleep.
Yes, and that would be valuing ourselves, because if we value ourselves, we'll do things in a self-care manner, like getting that quality of rest. But people took part in this study, and what did you do? Did you give people names? Did you speak? Did you whisper to them while they were napping or in their beds?
We did both of those things. So we asked them to try to remember names. We gave them 80 names, and they had to know which face went with which name. They had to learn those names. And so they came into the lab, they did that learning. Shown here is Nathan Whitmore, who was the lead author on the study. And he had about 24 people come in. A lot of them were undergraduate students at Northwestern University. A lot of them were sleep deprived. So when it came time to the next phase of the experiment, they took a nap in a nice, quiet, dark room. They fell asleep for an hour or so. And while they were asleep, we reminded them of what they'd learned selectively. We presented a subset of the names they had learned and then asked if that interacted with what they had learned before to improve their memories for those words, for the names that they had learned. Then in the final phase of the experiment, they were tested and again had to try to remember all of the names for those 80 faces. And they did better if they had been reminded of that information during sleep, which we think would happen anyway. When you're sleeping, you bring up information you've learned recently and help that information get stable in your brain so that you can know it when you need it.
Well, a lot of people go to bed with a lot on their mind anyway, so this kind of makes sense to me. If you're going to bed with something on your mind and then you're actually reminded of it, perhaps on an audio book, or if you have a research study, professor whispering names in your ear, then that would help too. Why was this study done? What's the practical, real-world implication of this study?
Well, mainly we want to understand how memory works. And by understanding how memory works, we can then treat memory disorders better and think about how to make learning work better. So this is a basic aspect of memory. Memory for faces and names, memory for all sorts of things we learn. We know that to learn things, you have to practice. And so the more practice you do, the better. If you meet a person and you want to remember their name, you better think about it a bit and practice it a bit. And now we're learning that that practice happens while we're sleeping when we don't even realize it's happening. It's part of our normal sleep. It would happen whether or not we're whispering sounds to people, but we did that to try to make it better and show how it works, understand the whole process. So yes,
I think what I get out of this
normal function of our sleep.
I think what I get out of this is that you should be careful what you're listening to as you're going to sleep too. Maybe make sure that whatever you're putting in, you know that your brain is still listening, even though you're in that nice rest. Thank you so much, Professor Pauler, for being with us today. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.